Welcome to A Word from the Word for April 16th. Today's Bible reading, Luke 1:57 through 80. Today's key verse, Luke 1:65 and 66. And fear came on all their neighbors. And all these things were talked about through all the hill country of Judea, and all who heard them laid them up in their hearts, saying, What then will this child be? For the hand of the Lord was with him. Today's word from the Word. Jehovah is a gracious giver.
When we hang on to God's promises, no matter how unlikely their fulfillment may seem at the moment, we position ourselves to witness the extraordinary unfolding of His faithfulness as He fulfills His plans in ways that exceed our greatest hopes and expectations. That is the story of Zechariah and Elizabeth. This Jewish couple had waited a lifetime for a child, and when God finally answered, it wasn't just any child, it was John the Baptist, the forerunner of the Messiah. When Zechariah confirmed his son's name as John as the angel had instructed, his muted tongue was released, and awe filled those who witnessed it. In both the Hebrew, JEHOVAH, and Greek, Ioannes, the name John means Jehovah is a gracious giver. By giving him this name, the angel that spoke to Zechariah was making a statement. God's grace is at work, His promises are unfolding, and His favor is being poured out in a way no one expected. Zechariah's journey is a lesson in trusting God's word, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Initially, he doubted the angel's message because it seemed far-fetched, nearly impossible. After all, he and Elizabeth were well beyond childbearing years. His disbelief led to temporary silence. But when he finally aligned his heart with God's promise by naming his son John, his voice returned. This moment testified to everyone that God was doing something remarkable. In the same way, when we trust God's promises despite uncertainty, we make room for His power to work in ways we could never predict. We all face moments when God's promises seem delayed or unlikely. Maybe you've prayed for healing, or a breakthrough, or the salvation of a loved one, but the answer hasn't come, or it hasn't come the way you expected. Like Zechariah, you can either let doubt silence your faith, or you can choose to believe, even when you don't see immediate results. God's faithfulness is never in question. The real question is whether we will trust Him enough to hold on. What promise has God given you that seems distant, unlikely, or far-fetched? Don't let your current circumstances or seeming delays shake your confidence in Him. Speak in agreement with God's word. Hold fast to His promises. The day will come when you, like Zechariah, will see God move in ways that will leave you and those around you in awe. May the Lord strengthen your heart to trust in His perfect timing. May you stand firm in faith, even in your waiting, and may you witness the breathtaking fulfillment of His promises in ways that exceed your greatest expectations.